Everything you think of as separation is just the tip of the iceberg. There's something hidden, pulsing beneath the silence, a dormant force within you. As if, at any moment, it could break through the invisible walls of normalcy and reveal a forgotten truth, and that's exactly what we're about to talk about. An invisible, yet very real force, a silent source that beats at the heart of the universe. This is the essence of the zero-point field, a field you can't touch with your hands, but you can feel it deep in your soul. It's present in everything, and at the same time, beyond everything. And the most surprising part, it's within your reach. But most people go through life without ever realizing this, without even suspecting that such a powerful, living, vibrating energy source is available right here, right now. You're about to discover something that could completely change the way you see life, time, and even your very existence. So take a deep breath and keep going, because from this point on, nothing will ever be the same. In the fast-paced rhythm of modern life, it's easy to feel drained, exhausted, disconnected. Have you ever woken up tired, as if the night didn't recharge you at all? Or felt like your mental and emotional energy was short-circuiting, even without any clear reason? That kind of exhaustion isn't just physical, it's spiritual. It's the clearest sign of a disconnection from the most powerful source there. Is the primordial energy that lives within and around you. And in quantum physics, this source has a name, the zero-point field. It's the most fundamental level of reality. It's the point where everything rests, yet still vibrates. Even when all seems still, there's movement. Even in total vacuum, there's vibration. Even in nothingness, there is everything. It's like an invisible ocean of infinite possibilities, sustaining every atom, every thought, every breath of life. But when we look at it through a spiritual lens, something even more fascinating reveals itself. This field isn't just a physical force. It's the bridge between the outer universe and your inner awareness. It's where time and space disappear, where duality dissolves, where everything is pure energy, waiting to be shaped by your presence. Now imagine this. What if you could connect with this field every single day? What if there was an endless source of energy available at every moment, capable of nourishing your mind, your body, and your soul? It's already here. But to feel it, you need to move in the opposite direction of rush. You need to slow down, be present, open up, because the more you slow down on the inside, the more you align with the frequency of this invisible force that moves everything. And the best part? You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need gurus or miracle formulas. All you need is intention, consistency, and presence. And that's exactly what you're going to learn here. How to reconnect in a simple, practical, and deeply transformative way with this original source of power. But first, breathe, feel. You're already closer to the zero-point field than you ever imagined. For a long time, science and spirituality seemed to walk in opposite directions. While science searched for truth through formulas and experiments, spirituality accessed the invisible through the language of feeling, intuition, and direct experience. This separation created a gap, and in that gap, a lot of wisdom was lost. But what if both were speaking about the same thing, just using different words? That's where the zero-point field becomes a point of convergence. The idea of this field wasn't born in an ancient temple, but in the labs of modern physics. When scientists began to observe subatomic particles, the tiniest structures of the universe, they found something astonishing. Even in absolute vacuum, where theoretically there should be nothing, there was still energy, a subtle, constant vibration, as if the entire universe was whispering its existence behind the veil of matter and energy present even in the nothingness. That's when the concept of zero-point energy was born, a force that exists even in the total absence of matter and temperature. The nothingness wasn't empty. The nothingness was alive. Max Planck, the father of quantum physics, was one of the first to speak about this, and he said it with conviction: everything is energy. That's all there is to it. Later on, geniuses like Einstein, Schrödinger, and David Bohm continued to investigate this hidden force. Bohm went even further. He suggested that the universe held an implicit order, a deeper level of reality, where everything and everyone is interconnected. Today, scientists like Lynn McTaggart, author of The Field, and independent researchers like Hal Putafar, uncovering how this energy can actually interact with human consciousness. Yes, you can influence this field, and it can respond. Interestingly, while modern science is only now reaching these conclusions, ancient spiritual traditions like Vedanta, Buddhism, Taoism, and shamanism have been speaking about this for thousands of years. But they use different names: prana, chi, mana, life force. These traditions described an energetic web that connects all beings, an invisible breath that links heaven and earth, body and spirit, thought and reality. And now all of it is coming together: science and spirituality, reason and intuition, physics and soul. Knowing that there is an infinite, intelligent energy available at any moment changes everything. You no longer have to chase energy through coffee, distractions, or external validation. You don't have to run after something just to feel whole, because the real fuel of your existence is already within you and around you right now. You just have to remember. You begin to realize that your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions carry weight. They don't just exist inside of you, they actually interact with an invisible field, a subtle force that quietly responds to everything. You vibrate, but here's the question few dare to truly explore. Why is it that even when people seem to have everything on the outside, so many still feel empty on the inside? How many times have you silently asked yourself, why am I so tired? Even though I didn't do much. Or maybe, why does it feel like I've lost my spark, my motivation, and my real energy? We're living in an age of excess, too much stimulation, too much information, too many external demands. And yet, we're facing a dangerous kind of scarcity, an inner scarcity. We're connected to everything except ourselves. And the result is devastating: constant anxiety, a lingering sense of disorientation, an endless search for something we can't name, but deeply feel is missing. What if I told you that this discomfort isn't random, it's not drama, it's not weakness, it's a calling? A clear sign that you're disconnected from your vital source. And I'm not talking about the energy you get from food, sleep, or rest. I'm talking about a deeper, invisible force that nourishes your being on every level. Your connection to the zero-point field, the silent space where the purest form of your energy rests. This field isn't just around us, it's within us. It pulses through every cell, in the space between your thoughts, in the stillness between two breaths. And the more aligned you are internally, the more that energy flows. But here's the thing: when you carry stress, suppress emotions, and live with a restless mind, that connection begins to weaken. It's like the threads that link you to the whole start to tangle, blocking the natural flow of energy. That's why the path isn't out there, it's within. The key to accessing this field in a real practical way is your internal state. Imagine your body as an antenna. The clearer, more aligned, and more present that antenna is, the stronger your connection to the zero-point field becomes. And yes, you can start right now. No equipment, no gurus, no magical promises, just awareness and intention. Here are 3 simple yet powerful practices to activate this connection. Conscious breathing. When you breathe slowly with full presence, you're telling the universe, I'm here, I'm awake. This small act calms your nervous system and opens the channel to the field. Elevated emotions, gratitude, love, compassion. These emotions carry subtle frequencies that harmonize directly with the zero-point field. It's not self-help, it's vibrational physics. The more you feel them, the more you access the field. Inner silence. It's in silence that truth reveals itself. When you allow yourself to pause, to meditate, or simply to observe, you create space to hear what lies beyond the mind, and it's in that space that the field begins to appear. And then something magical happens. The energy begins to flow again. Your mind clears, your decisions fall into alignment, your body responds with vitality, and your soul awakens. You don't need to wait for some grand moment of enlightenment. You are the portal. Everything you're searching for is already pulsing inside you. Start by observing. What kind of thoughts are you thinking? What emotions do you feel most often? How much presence can you hold right now? Small daily gestures create profound transformations. But here's an important warning: the confusion between fantasy and reality. When people hear infinite energy, many instantly imagine something too mystical, too magical, or even unreachable, as if it were a gift reserved only for monks in caves or gurus levitating in the Himalayas. That belief is a trap. It pulls you away from the most powerful truth. This energy is real, it's practical, and it's available for you. Right now, it's time to break the myths. Let's get straight to the point. Infinite energy doesn't mean you'll never feel tired again. Falling is part of the journey, but it also means that within you, there's an inexhaustible resource to rise again, to regenerate, to reinvent yourself. This energy isn't magic. It's a state of being. It's a practice. It's presence. The zero-point field is like an underground river, always there, always flowing. But you have to make space for it to reach you. Here's what really matters: consistency. Simple habits, practiced steadily, are worth more than any complex ritual. Breathing, feeling, being, clear intention. The field responds to your inner vibration. If you genuinely want to connect, it listens to you. Emotional cleansing, holding on to grudges, anger, or resentment is like clogging your energy channels. Letting go is essential. Presence, the zero point. Field only reveals itself in the now, right here, in the silence between one thought and the next. And maybe the biggest myth of all is believing you're disconnected. You never were. You just forgot how to access it, waking up tired every day, dragging your body through the routine, justifying that exhaustion with stress, lack of time, or vitamin deficiencies. All of that might just be the surface, because deep down, something is screaming. It's not weakness, it's your soul asking for reconnection. Being disconnected from your inner energy is like leaving your phone off the charger. It still turns on, it still works, but little by little, everything starts to fail. Your clarity fades, your emotions swing back and forth, your motivation dissolves, your health begins to show signs. And the scariest part, it happens gradually, almost without you even noticing, but now you know. You know there's a silent source of infinite energy. You know it vibrates in the space between your emotions. You know it's just waiting for one thing from you, a gesture of reconnection. And if you've made it this far, it's because this field is already calling you back home. Do you feel like something's off, but can't quite put your finger on it? It might seem subtle at first. A lingering tiredness, a lack of sparkle in your eyes, that feeling of being present but not truly alive. If that sounds familiar, you might be going through something many overlook. But that changes everything: the disconnection from your energetic source. And these are the main signs that this might be happening to you. Constant fatigue. Even after a good night's sleep, you wake up feeling like you didn't rest at all. Your days run on autopilot, as if every movement requires an enormous effort. To keep going, you cling to stimulants like coffee, sugar, or any distraction that can keep you upright. But deep down, you know, this isn't natural. Something is draining your energy. Lack of motivation and purpose. Things that used to matter lose their shine. You feel like you're just existing, not really living. There's an absence of enthusiasm, like the world has turned grey. Your heart no longer beats with the same spark. It's as if you're disconnected from the very spark that moves everything. Chronic anxiety and stress. Your mind won't stop. Your chest feels tight. A constant restlessness takes hold, like something is about to happen, but you don't know what. Even without a clear reason, there's a discomfort screaming silently for attention. You feel that something's wrong, but you can't name what it is. Intense emotional swings. Suddenly everything hits you hard. You feel vulnerable, get irritated easily, or worse, enter an emotional numbness. As if you've shut off your feelings to avoid pain. But this armor also blocks love, creativity, and connection with life. Feeling disconnected from yourself. You look in the mirror and sense a distance between who you are and who you've become. It's as if you're playing a role that no longer represents you. Authenticity is missing. Truth is missing. Soul is missing. And that hurts, even if silently. Creative blocks and difficulty making decisions. When you're disconnected, your intuition falls silent. Ideas don't flow. Everything feels stuck. Choices become unclear, and the fear of making mistakes paralyzes you. You try to focus, you try to push through, but nothing happens. These signs aren't failures. They don't mean you're broken or lost. On the contrary, they are invitations. Alarm signals sent by your deepest self, crying out for reconnection with your original energy. Ignoring them only makes them louder and harder to quiet. But then, where to begin again? Before doing more, you need to clear what is in excess. Imagine your energy as a fluid and vibrant field. Over time, it fills with debris, heavy thoughts, old grudges, repressed anger, unexpressed anxiety, hidden or fears. All of this blocks the vital flow, and the first step is not to rush. It's to unclog, move with awareness. Your body is more than matter, it's an energetic channel. And when you move with presence, you activate flows that were asleep. Take a silent walk, preferably in nature. Feel your feet touching the ground, the sound of birds, the wind on your face. Each step becomes an anchor in the present. Or try practices like Tai Chi, yoga, or intuitive dance. The style doesn't matter. What matters is awareness in the movement. Energetic baths with intention. Water is one of the most powerful elements to reprogram energy. During your bath, visualize the water cleansing every part of your field. Repetitive thoughts, accumulated tensions, subtle blockages. See it all flowing away down the drain. At the end, declare, I cleanse myself, renew myself, and return to my center. Add herbs like rosemary, lavender, or chamomile to intensify the energetic action. Turn your bath into a daily ritual of rebirth. The practice of emptiness, simply being. Sit without music, without screens, without expectations. Just be. Watch your thoughts come and go without interference. This inner silence is the fertile soil of reconnection. It is in this space that the energy field reveals itself, not as theory, but as living presence. Sound as an activator. Sound is vibration, and vibration is the language of energy. Listen to frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz while resting or meditating. Use mantras like Om or intone intuitive sounds that come from your chest. Let your voice vibrate within you, like an energetic touch, awakening forgotten parts. The most powerful frequency. Gratitude. Gratitude is not just a nice gesture, it's a vibrational, state that opens invisible portals. Every day, write down what you're grateful for, even if it's something simple. Today, I felt peace looking at the sky. I breathed calmly. When gratitude becomes a habit, you change your frequency, and life inevitably responds. And if you feel ready to deeply reconnect with the universe, there is a more structured path for this journey. Quantum Thought Challenge. 21 days to reprogram your energy. For 3 weeks, you will receive daily practices that elevate your vibration, cleanse your field, and realign your consciousness with the quantum field. People who have participated report real changes, symptoms disappearing, intuitions emerging with clarity, relationships transforming, and a new purpose unfolding. Are you ready to feel this too? The link is in the first pinned comment. Most of us were taught to believe that reality is only what can be seen, touched, and measured. But that is just the shell. The true essence of life lies in the invisible, in the energy that sustains everything. Quantum physics came to tear down that veil. It shows that reality isn't solid, it's fluid, interactive, and vibrational. An electron, for example, isn't just a particle. It's a wave of possibilities. It only collapses when observed. In other words, your consciousness shapes reality. This is the principle of wave function collapse, proof that the observer influences the observed, the so-called zero-point field. Once thought to be just vacuum, is now seen as a constant active vibration. At its core, the universe isn't made of things, but of energy and consciousness, and you are part of it. You are that energy. Meditation and visualization are the bridges back to your essence. Meditating isn't about emptying the mind. It's about observing without merging with your thoughts. It's about creating space. And in that space, the field shows up. The more you practice with presence and openness, the more you start to feel something different. A gentle peace, a living presence, a quiet glow, not coming from outside, but rising from within. Visualization is the next step. Imagine with emotion. Feel it with your body. The field responds to what you feel while you imagine. It's not enough to just think. You have to vibrate. Visualize yourself wrapped in a soft light flowing down from the crown of your head through your whole body. Feel this energy filling you with clarity, focus, healing, and vitality. 10 minutes a day is enough to shift your frequency, and the results don't take long to show up. Some people cry during visualization, not out of sadness, but because they're finally feeling something that had been lost for so long. Others notice their environment feels lighter, conflicts dissolve, their bodies respond with better health, and relationships deepen. These experiences aren't magical, they're real, they're accessible, and they're within your reach. Are you ready to come back to yourself? Because when you align body, mind, and energy, you start to realize nothing outside can disconnect you from who you truly are, and that's where life changes, from the inside out. Modern science is beginning to recognize what spiritual traditions have known for millennia. We are co-creators of reality. The universe responds to the frequency we emit, and that frequency can be cultivated, nourished, elevated. It's not a gift reserved for a few, but an inherent ability in every human being. You have the power to choose where to focus your energy, which emotions to feed, what thoughts to cultivate. Every conscious choice is a step toward aligning with the natural flow of creation. The journey to master the quantum field isn't about control, but about surrender and trust. Trust that there is a higher intelligence always ready to conspire in your favor when you align with it. This intelligence is the zero field, the unified field of consciousness, the source of all existence. When you connect with this source, you begin to navigate life with more ease, clarity, and purpose. And the best part, you're never alone. On this journey, The field connects us all in an infinite web of energy and consciousness. So allow yourself to experience this. Try the practices, observe the subtle changes that start to emerge. Celebrate every small victory, because they're signs you're on the right path. The universe is waiting to respond to your call. And with every moment, you can choose to raise your vibration, expand your awareness, and manifest the life you've always dreamed of. If you're ready to take the next step, remember, the path is within you. In silence, in presence, in the invisible field that sustains everything. Connect, practice, and discover the infinite power residing within your being. People who chose to stop, to quiet down, to look inward, and to remember they have direct access to the energy of the universe. They didn't seek miracles, they sought presence. And the miracle was that recognition. The most beautiful thing is that in all their stories, there's a similar phrase, "I felt like I had come home." Because that's exactly what the zero field represents. A return to who you already are, to who you've always been, before fear, hurry, and mental chaos. A return to your center. You can start reconnecting with the field, but if you carry blockages and don't protect your energy, it's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. Energy comes in, but it leaks out. Or worse, it mixes with what's around you. And what's around you doesn't always vibrate at the same frequency. You're trying to maintain. We live surrounded by thoughts, emotions, and vibrations that aren't ours. When you enter a heavy place and leave feeling drained, or when you talk to someone and suddenly feel anger, sadness, or confusion, that's a sign your energy is absorbing what isn't yours, and that disconnects you. It makes you doubt yourself. It weakens your clarity. That's why learning to protect your energy is essential, and clearing what blocks your inner flow is liberating. Blockages aren't enemies. They're just parts of you stuck in time, waiting for attention, an old belief you inherited without realizing, an ignored emotion, an unhealed trauma. All of this builds up and creates an energetic density that stops you from fully accessing the field. And your body feels it, your mind feels it, life shows it. Energy protection isn't paranoia. It's self-love in action. It's knowing how far you let others' influence reach. It's learning to say no firmly and yes consciously. An energetic cleanse doesn't have to be mystical or complicated. It can be a simple daily practice. Writing to release, breathing deeply, imagining a light cleansing your body, taking an intentional bath, meditating with focus on the heart. The important thing is to make this a habit, not just when you're feeling down, but as a form of maintenance, like tending a garden, watering, pruning, cleaning, protecting, and watching your energy bloom. You're not fragile. You just need to remember your power. Taking care of your energy means taking responsibility for who you want to be in the world. And when you clear what holds you back and protect what helps you grow, the zero field doesn't just recognize you, it responds to you. Connection with the zero field doesn't happen by chance. It requires consistency, not in the sense of rigidity, but a commitment to yourself. It's no use having a beautiful moment of deep connection and then returning to chaos for days. True transformation comes from loving repetition, the small, daily rituals that together build a stable field of presence, clarity, and energy. You don't have to become a monk. You don't need to change your entire life, but you do need to choose every day a few minutes to look inward. You can start with 10 minutes of silence in the morning. Wake up before grabbing your phone, sit on the bed, close your eyes, and breathe. Feel your energy, notice your body, be grateful for being alive. That alone already shifts your frequency. During the day, create mindful pauses. 1 minute of breathing between tasks, a moment to place your hand on your chest and feel what's alive inside you. A song that lifts you up. A glass of water drunk with presence. Small gestures done with intention are worth more than big practices done out of obligation. At night, before going to sleep, repeat the ritual. It can be a gentle visualization. You can write down everything you want to release from the day, or simply sit in silence, say goodbye to your thoughts, and surrender to rest. The idea is to end the day remembering that you are not just a mind, you are living energy. Your connection routine doesn't have to be the same every day. It can change, adapt, but it needs to exist. There needs to be a space reserved for what truly matters. Your presence in the world, your energy, your alignment with the field. When you honor this, the field honors you back. You start to feel more strength, more lightness, more synchronicities. Things flow more easily because you're aligned with the source. And that's when everything begins to change. Not because you're trying to control life, but because you're finally flowing with it. Thank you for watching our video. Now, as we reach the end of this revealing expedition, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for staying with us until the end. Your dedication and curiosity are the fuel that drives us to explore, demystify, and share these intriguing stories. I want to share something special with you. As a fan of the Map of Higher Self channel, you are about to embark on a unique journey of self-discovery and mental formation. I present to you the Map of Higher Self, a revolutionary ebook that will redefine your mental reality. As the creator of this content and leader of the Map of Higher Self channel, I'm sharing my deepest experiences and valuable lessons with you. Each chapter of this ebook is a reflection of my journey, filled with practical lessons I've lived and transformed into wisdom. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Click the link in the pinned comment and start your journey towards self-knowledge and positivity today. Imagine yourself for a moment as one of the ancient explorers who ventured into unknown territories, guided only by the flame of curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. Every piece of information, every symbol deciphered, is like a map leading us deeper into the labyrinth of the unknown. And just like those explorers, you too are now a little closer to the truth, carrying with you a new understanding of the forces that shape our world. Your presence here is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable contribution to a vibrant community of curious and knowledge-seeking individuals. Every view, every comment, every like is a step we take together toward a deeper and collective understanding. You are not just a spectator, you are a partner in this journey of discovery. So, as we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on today's revelations and prepare for the next steps. We will continue unraveling secrets, questioning established truths, and exploring the mysteries around us. Your participation is essential, not just for the growth of this channel, but for the expansion of our horizon of knowledge. Until the next discovery. And remember, the real power lies in questioning and understanding what is beyond the visible. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected especially for you. They're packed with deep knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you'll love. Click on one of them and continue your journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of wisdom with the amazing content our channel has to offer.